I'd say stress affects me the most through my sleep and procrastination because when I'm stressing about things, I just want to be able to relax and have fun just for a short period of time. But that extends into longer and longer periods of time, which ends in me sleeping on the spot. And that, of course, always cuts out my homework time and my time for rehearsing and practicing.
At least personally, it's immobilizing. If I'm just, I guess, hyper-focused on one thing that might not be going the way it should be, everything else falls apart. Everything else becomes less of a priority, and that one thing that's driving me crazy is all that I can think about until I get it done.
What I would do, like, I would just go to my workouts and my athletics, and I would just kind of like procrastinate everything that I had to do, which was mostly like school and worrying about playing at the next level, even though I don't have to worry about that now. But I would use workouts and athletics, but then while I was at school, I'd be worried about those. So it was just kind of like a constant cross.
I've noticed like this year has been the most stressful year of my life, and like everyone said junior year was the hardest, but I thought it was really easy. And I thought senior year was supposed to be easy, but it became super hard. Like I have like hours of work every single day. I don't even have time to do some of my work sometimes, and I have to do it at school. And like I stay up and I don't get enough sleep, and then I'm late to class.
Okay, so I get stressed out about sports and school, and sports because I always want to do well, and whenever I don't, it's just like stress out. Or if it's like before a game, I want to be good, so stress out. And then in school, when I get like a lot of work, a lot of homework, and I'm always trying to get the grades up and keep them stable, so it's just hard to keep them up, so I just stress out about that.
Basically, most of the time, most of the things that get me stressed out are usually from tests to pretty much talking with an individual even when I think I'm in trouble, but I'm really not because I always worry. And another reason I get super anxious because, well, people treat me different. I try to act normal, but some kids make fun of me, and worst of all, most kids try to think I don't exist.
I'm very fortunate that I do have a family that understands that this job that I have as director of student activities is almost a 7 days a week job, and I'm pretty much on call constantly, which sometimes can stress you out, obviously, with your family planning and events. It is very stressful, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So I guess stress affects my life outside of school, primarily when I'm thinking about everything that I have to get done. It might cause me to pull back a little bit on personal relationships or going out to dinner with friends, especially if I feel like I need to do extra work in order to try to alleviate the stress by like lowering my to-do list.
Stress tends to make me a little more irritable. I tend not to feel as motivated, and when I don't feel motivated, people tend to ask, "Hey, why aren't you motivated?" Which makes me a little more irritated, and it's not great. It's a downward cycle into something that just stresses me out more.
So stress affects my life in the sense that it makes me really grumpy and like mean, and then I lose a lot of sleep because I like overthink it until there's like I can't possibly overthink it anymore, and I'm in like a dark hole of overthinkness.